Y'all, I am just walking the heck out of memory lane today. Oh, this is getting too hot. Too hot, too hot, too hot. Let me add a little vegetable oil. And I'm going to pop that off of that heat for a minute. You know, our hoe cakes probably really put the Lady and Sons on the map. Everybody loved those hoe cakes. And I love them too. Now, my mama used to make lace hoe cakes. And at the restaurant, we made, use self-rising meal and flour. So they would puff up. Well, I'm going to make lace hoe cakes today, but I'm adding a real country southern twist to it. We're going to be making okra hoe cakes. Now, I want to show you, since we're making lace hoe cakes, you know that cornbread's going to be thin. So if you cut your okra too thick, it's not going to get done. So I'm cutting these almost like paper thin. Like stuff inside okra is like glue. So I'm cutting them very, very thin. Now, if you were making the ones that we served at the restaurant, at the Lady and Sons, you don't have to cut them quite that thin because those at the restaurant, they puffed up. All right, so let's see. But to me, this is really poor man's cornbread because all it is plain meal and water and a little salt. And you want your batter to be so thin and I don't like yellow cornmeal, y'all. I like white. But the grocery stores apparently doesn't get used very much, even down south. But you have to go to a grocery store that really caters to back in the day things, you know. But I do see that's way too thick. It's thin, 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 thin. And you can judge by the spoon, you know, if you go down deep like that, that would be. And after your batter sits for a while, it will get a little thicker. So I'm gonna use a ladle because I can control it better. I hope this will, oh, I forgot to put the okra in. We're just gonna have lace cakes. So good with that okra in it. And you know, some people say, I don't like okra because it's slimy. Well, I can't disagree. It is, and it's almost like glue. In fact, we could probably use okra stuff on projects, you know. Okay, let's try this again. I just don't like this kind of cornmeal, but what can I say? You can see why they call it lace cornbread. Because you can see the edges, how lacy it gets. I think I'm gonna have to go on the hunt for some good cornmeal. When I used to make these when the boys were growing up, oh my gosh, I didn't think we were ever gonna be able to sit down and eat, because every time I get one made, the boys would come by and grab it up. Oh, that's pretty though. Even though I don't like that cornmeal. That's right pretty. Can you see it, Eddie?
Yeah.
And it takes a long time. The thinner it is, the longer it takes to cook them. And that sounds crazy, because I tried when I first opened the lady in the Best Western, I tried to serve lace hoe cakes, and oh my gosh, that day people ranted and raved over them. But it just took too long. Just took too long for me to get them produced. But they kept asking, when are you going to do some more lace? Never. Because I would never get y'all fed. Now, Mama, she cooked a lot of lace hoe cakes. And Mama cooked them in the hoe cake pan. She didn't make them individual like this. All right, I'm going to say that might be done. And you keep having to add a little vegetable all at the time, because they have to have something to fry in. And you can see how much thicker this has gotten after it sits. But I can come through here and I can control how much water I put in the pan. These are a lot of trouble, y'all. But you could start cooking them earlier in the day. And if you have an air fryer, heat them up in the air fryer and they'll get right back crisp, like you just had them. It's really a labor of love. And it was worth it to watch my boys enjoy these so much. Can't have a lace hoe cake without a little butter, can we?
Of course not.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm swallowing hard. I wish y'all were here. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook. Put them in the air fryer when I get ready to serve dinner. And they're going to be so good, y'all. Thanks for walking down memory lane. One day soon, I'll make some self-rising hoe cakes with okra. And I think you'll find that to work for you a lot better. But this is definitely a technique. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. Love and best dishes, y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.